Millions in Syria and Iraq are facing water shortages as the region's longest river, the Euphrates, dries up.
The iconic Euphrates River that has been a natural source of life for millions for centuries has finally dried up. The flowing water's absence has shocked everyone worldwide. But that's not all. Archaeologists and scientists have discovered global and religious treasures that may or may not be backed by religious and scientific proof. What have they found? And what does the river's non-existence mean for humanity and those who rely on it? Join us as we explore the events that have unfolded, unveiling the gripping tale of the Euphrates River's gradual retreat and the awe-inspiring revelations concealed beneath its age-old waters. The Euphrates River, one of the most historically significant waterways in the world, has recently revealed a treasure trove of archaeological wonders as its waters have receded. Among the fascinating discoveries is a 3,400-year-old city buried by the river's flow and time. This ancient city, with its remnants dating back to the Middle Bronze Age, provides a captivating glimpse into a bygone era. Archaeologists have carefully uncovered clay tablets that bear the secrets of this lost civilization, shedding light on its governance, trade, and daily life. These inscriptions provide a historical narrative that transcends centuries, allowing us to connect with the people who once called this city home. But the surprises don't end there. As the Euphrates revealed more of its hidden treasures, researchers stumbled upon an ancient fortress, standing tall and resilient against the relentless march of time. This structure, once a sentinel guarding against threats long forgotten, is now a testament to human ingenuity and determination. It serves as a bridge between the past and the present, reminding us of the importance of safeguarding our cultural heritage. Yet the mysteries of the Euphrates are even more profound. Scary caves, shrouded in intrigue, have piqued the curiosity of archaeologists and adventurers alike. Speculation runs wild as to the purpose of these enigmatic subterranean chambers. Were they ancient jails where those who crossed the line faced confinement in the bowels of the earth? Or did they serve a different, more mysterious role? These questions are running through the minds of everyone eager to delve further into the river's secrets, seeking to unveil the truth behind its existence. The drying of the Euphrates River has biblical and scientific meaning, inciting religious views and scientific theories. The river's mention in the Book of Revelation has captured the imagination of many, particularly within the Christian faith, as they ponder its potential biblical importance. It is a concept laden with symbolism and eschatological implications, often seen as a sign of the approaching end times. The Book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, is known for its apocalyptic themes and vivid imagery. In Revelation 16:12, it is written that the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east. This passage is part of a series of visions received by the Apostle John on the island of Patmos. For many Christians, it is a source of speculation and interpretation as they seek to understand its meaning. In simpler terms, some people think that what's happening to the Euphrates River could be connected to what the Bible talks about in the Book of Revelation, containing stories about the end of the world and dramatic events that were predicted to take place when the world comes to an end. But not everyone agrees on this. Some think the river's problems are just things that happen because of science and the environment, and they don't have anything to do with those Bible stories. It is like trying to solve a giant puzzle with lots of pieces, and the Euphrates River is just one piece of that puzzle. One profound interpretation of the drying up of the Euphrates River is rooted in symbolism, portraying it as a critical event signaling a momentous shift in the course of history itself. This perspective is deeply intertwined with eschatological beliefs and prophecy, often viewed as a prelude to a grand battle of unparalleled significance, frequently associated with the apocalyptic Battle of Armageddon. It is within the context of these spiritual and prophetic frameworks that the desiccation of the river takes on a profound and symbolic value. According to this interpretation, the Euphrates River's drying is perceived as a transformative act, serving as a harbinger of a climactic confrontation between the forces of good and evil, a cataclysmic struggle that holds immense theological and eschatological importance. In this grand narrative, the Euphrates River's desiccation is symbolic of removing a significant obstacle or barrier on the path leading to the impending battle. It is as if the dwindling waters of the Euphrates are peeling back the curtain of destiny, revealing a stage set for a divine drama of cosmic proportions. The river's symbolic drying is also linked to the unfolding of ancient prophecy, and it carries the weight of ages of spiritual anticipation. It is believed to be a sign of the readiness for the ultimate clash between God and Satan, a confrontation that has been foretold in the sacred texts of multiple faiths. This event, heralded by the receding waters of the Euphrates, is seen as an invitation for the kings from the east to take their place on the stage of destiny, where they will play a significant role in the fulfillment of ancient prophecies. In essence, the drying of the Euphrates River, in this interpretation, is not a mere hydrological occurrence, but a sign of cosmic energy. It marks the point in history where the mundane world converges with the spiritual, where human events intertwine with divine purpose, and where the stage is set for the ultimate confrontation between the forces of good and evil. It is a symbol laden with layers of meaning and anticipation. It calls upon the faithful to contemplate the unfolding drama of existence and the role they are destined to play within it. From a scientific perspective, the condition of the Euphrates River is a serious matter of concern. The Euphrates, one of the world's great rivers, flows through several countries in the Middle East, including Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. It has faced various environmental challenges, including reduced water flow and increased water scarcity. Several factors contributed to the drying up of the Euphrates, including upstream dam construction, irrigation for agriculture, and increased water usage for industrial and municipal purposes. Climate change and changing weather patterns have also played a role in altering the river's flow. As a result, the Euphrates have experienced reduced water levels and even periodic drying in some areas. The point where the stories from the Bible and scientific observations about the drying Euphrates River come together sparks discussions and curious questions. People have different views about whether the environmental problems affecting the river could be linked to the Bible's predictions, or if they are unrelated worries. It is essential to understand that when it comes to interpreting apocalyptic texts like Revelation, there are many different ideas. The notion of the Euphrates River drying up is just one small part of a much larger picture known as eschatology. It is widespread knowledge that the Euphrates River originates in the rugged and mountainous terrain of eastern Turkey. High in the mountains, this river begins as a modest stream, its waters trickling and merging to form the early stages of a mighty river. Flowing out of its mountainous cradle, the Euphrates embarks on a long and winding journey, shaping the geography of the Middle East. It winds southward, serving as a natural boundary between countries along its path. For instance, it marks the border between Turkey and Syria, and later between Syria and Iraq. As the Euphrates courses through Syria, its importance as a life-giving force becomes increasingly evident. The river waters the fertile plains, turning the arid land into thriving farmland. It is a source of sustenance for the communities living along its banks, offering them the precious freshwater resource so vital in a region where water can often be scarce. In its downstream voyage, the Euphrates flows through the land once home to ancient civilizations like Babylon and Ur. Its presence in this historically rich region is a reminder of the river's role in shaping the destiny of these ancient peoples. It is almost as if the river itself is a living witness to the rise and fall of empires, having observed epic battles and witnessed the unfolding of human history. The Euphrates continues its southward journey, entering Iraq, where it joins forces with another storied river, the Tigris. Together they form a great delta, creating a network of lush wetlands that are a haven for countless species of birds, fish, and other wildlife. This natural paradise starkly contrasts the arid surroundings, nourishing and sustaining life in a region where water is a precious resource. The Euphrates River's incredible journey spans approximately 1,700 miles, ending in the marshy wetlands of southern Iraq before ultimately emptying into the Persian Gulf. Its location and historical significance have made it an integral part of the Middle East's geography, culture, and history. For millennia, the Euphrates have been a vital source of life, a natural boundary, and a silent witness to the unfolding of human civilization in the heart of the Middle East. That is, of course, until it unfortunately dried up recently. The Euphrates River's history and prominence begs the question, how and why did it dry up? The recent disappearance of the Euphrates River represents the culmination of a gradual and significant reduction in its flow, a complex interplay of natural processes, such as global warming and human activities. Central to this shift is the extensive presence of dams punctuating the Euphrates landscape, constructed to serve various purposes. Among the primary human factors contributing to the river's dwindling waters, dam construction looms large. Upstream countries, with Turkey at the forefront, have harnessed the Euphrates for multiple objectives, including hydroelectric power generation and large-scale irrigation. The creation of reservoirs behind these dams fundamentally alters the river's natural flow, imposing a regulatory mechanism on the release of water downstream. While this controlled flow offers benefits, it inevitably leads to a marked reduction in water levels for countries situated further along the Euphrates course, notably Syria and Iraq. Intensive agricultural practices, imperative for sustaining food production, exert considerable pressure on the Euphrates. Diversifying a substantial portion of the river's water for irrigation in Syria and Iraq is vital for crop cultivation. However, the scale of water required for agricultural purposes, coupled with often inefficient irrigation methods, further compounds the strain on the Euphrates. Urban expansion and industrial growth along the river's banks contribute to the river's decline. The increasing populations and burgeoning industries in these regions command substantial water resources, a significant portion of which is drawn directly from the river. The water needs of expanding cities and industrial enterprises intensify the river's depletion, particularly in its downstream reaches. The specter of climate change and its associated impacts looms prominently in the Euphrates' diminishing flow. Altered weather patterns and rising temperatures can lead to diminished precipitation, thereby reducing the volume of water that enters the river. This compounding effect accentuates the complexities of managing the river's resources. The periodic occurrence of droughts, an inherent part of the river's historical cycle, becomes even more severe under the influence of climate change. These dry spells can translate into a significant drop in water levels, intensifying the strain on the river and presenting substantial challenges for human communities and ecosystems. The Euphrates traverses Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, each possessing unique interests and water requirements. In this multinational context, water-sharing agreements and cooperative management become imperative. However, political and regional conflicts can convolute negotiations and cooperation, potentially jeopardizing the equitable distribution of water resources. The drying of the Euphrates River transcends being a mere environmental issue. It assumes profound socio-economic and humanitarian dimensions. The diminished water flow can give rise to water scarcity, making it increasingly difficult for communities to access safe drinking water and maintain agricultural productivity. The Euphrates has been an enduring lifeline for countless civilizations over the centuries, and its well-being remains indelibly tied to the welfare of the people who depend on it. Effectively addressing the challenge of the Euphrates River's declining flow necessitates a multifaceted approach. Sustainable water management practices, coupled with enhanced efficiency in irrigation techniques, are fundamental components of this strategy. Fostering cooperative agreements among the riparian states, despite their political complexities, is also imperative to ensure the equitable and responsible use of this shared resource. Beyond these immediate measures, addressing climate change and its effects looms large on the horizon, as mitigating the consequences of shifting weather patterns and increasing temperatures is key to securing the long-term vitality of the river and the stability of the surrounding region. The Euphrates River, a repository of history and a force of nature, continues to be a dynamic and evolving entity, embodying the intricate interplay between human activities and the natural world. Having understood the events surrounding the Euphrates River drying up, is it possible for this ancient and revered waterway to ever replenish itself, to regain some of its former glory? Collaborative and equitable water-sharing agreements among the riparian countries are a critical first step to potentially replenishing the waters. Open dialogues, negotiations, and diplomatic efforts can help manage the river's resources sustainably. Finding common ground and addressing the needs of all parties can pave the way for the Euphrates River's rejuvenation. Careful management of dams and reservoirs, especially upstream in Turkey, can help mimic natural flow patterns. Seasonal adjustments to water releases and sediment management can mitigate the negative impacts of dams and facilitate the restoration of the river's ecological balance. Implementing water-efficient agricultural practices and modernizing irrigation methods can significantly reduce water consumption. Encouraging farmers to adopt more sustainable approaches can help free up water resources for other purposes. Focusing on the river's ecological health can also contribute to its recovery. Reintroducing native plant species, restoring wetlands, and addressing pollution can enhance the river's natural systems. Addressing climate change is paramount. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions and adapting to changing climate conditions can help stabilize precipitation patterns and reduce the risk of prolonged droughts. The engagement of international organizations and environmental groups is another pivotal role. Their support in collaborative efforts can furnish invaluable expertise, financial resources, and essential aid to combat the challenges that plague the Euphrates River. The mission to revive it might be tough, but it is crucial to recognize the Euphrates River's inherent dynamism and resilience as a natural force. With meticulous planning and concerted endeavors, a future envisions partially restoring the river's flow. It promises to nurture the lands and communities that have relied on its waters for years. Just as the Euphrates River has witnessed the rise and fall of great empires, it can also stand as a testament to a narrative of revival and recovery. As the world watches with bated breath, the fate of the Euphrates River delicately hangs in the balance. Its future record can be profoundly shaped by the collective determination and actions of those who cherish its waters and acknowledge its paramount importance in the tapestry of life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with your friends.